Folks, y'all know that saying that you can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. That's me right there. I'm gonna be who I am no matter where I live. And I'm just who I am. I like to build stuff. I like to work on stuff. I like to have hobbies. I love my trucks. I love diesels. I love power. I love engines. I'm willing to embrace new technology, electric and all that. I got a hybrid car back home. It stays parked more than drove, though, to tell you the truth. But I am who I am. I love my truck right here, 4x4 diesel, and I don't mind getting my hands dirty to work on it. That's the difference with me and a lot of other foreigners you're gonna see online, vlogging, telling their life and all. Only very few of them. There are some, I'm not the only Mohican, but there are some that we like to get our hands dirty. We're hands-on. I'm not beating up the people that are not hands-on, but I'm a hands-on kind of person. So here on my house, I don't have a contractor. No, all that's gonna do is waste money and have somebody for me to fight with. What they call here in the Philippines, high blood. I already get high blood just dealing with the workers sometimes, with the masoons. But I usually pick out and find the ones eventually that can deal with my American attitude and I can deal with their attitude, and we can come to a little harmony. I got that with a couple of them here, and they're actually excited to come back to work for me, so that's a plus. You know, they're letting me know they're ready to work, and they're willing to leave even the work they have. So that's pretty cool. My truck here too, my vehicles, my boats. I like to work on my stuff myself. I don't hire it out unless it's something I just don't have the tool for, or it's a task that's beyond me doing by myself, where a shop somewhere like my friend Joe's Off-Road across the highway from me over here. I've covered in videos in the past. Man, he's excellent, man. He's great. And I don't mind paying him and his guys if it's something that I can't get to right then, or maybe it's just a little bit beyond what I feel like doing right then. Man, I'll pass the work over to Joe. Joe's a good guy. He's gonna do me right. Fact is, there ain't any of it I could actually do myself. Give me the proper tools, jacks and things. But I don't have all that here like I do back home. I'm getting it that way. I'm accumulating it. So one of the things I've been having a problem with out of my truck here for a while, here in the Philippines, is my starter motor. And I did a video this past year, maybe it was at the beginning of this year, of having the starter worked on. It might have been last year. Time flies, especially this year has been crazy. I've had my starter worked on. Couldn't find a new one here. Searched and searched. Couldn't find one. This truck here, it's imported. It wasn't originally sold in the Philippines. These were Japanese imports and converted from right-hand drive to left-hand drive. So not a whole lot of parts here, and you people in the West watching this, you go here in the Philippines, it's not like going to O'Reilly's or AutoZone or Pep Boys or any of them other name brand stores and Napa and all, and they get on their little computer there and a little information or a VIN number, and kapow, boy, there's the part right there, comes off a shelf. It's not like that here. You usually want you to bring the part with you, whatever it is, bring it with you, and they call that an example. You're gonna bring an example. And this, whether you're dealing with a car, a boat, a part for something around your house, anything. Don't bring a model number, bring an example. Model number might help, you know, tell them what vehicle it came off of. That'll get them in the general area where they're gonna shoot for. But mostly, they're gonna try to match by looks. And they got some books, some old paper style books that they'll cross-reference some stuff in there on. I mean, it's really like going back into the 1950s and 60s and stuff, early 70s, before they were using computers to search auto parts. And so cross-referencing and stuff, not so much. A lot of times the knowledge is right there out of those parts desk workers' heads, man. That sometimes they've done it so much they just know. And so if you find an auto parts store here, it's got some really knowledgeable, great guys. Like I know a couple down there in Iloilo I go back to every single time. They're just rock solid for me. Well, then you're just gonna be kind of out of luck. And on this truck here, sometimes I'm just out of luck because they'll say not available, or they're gonna have to order it in from another country and it's gonna be so long. Oh, I can just do that myself, you know. So that's the way it is. And this time I knew I needed a starter. It was already acting up again, and even Joe said, James, you're just gonna need to replace that with a new one. And I said, I know you're right, but I can't find one here. So he made even the same suggestion, just order one from somewhere else and get it in here. So I did. When we knew for sure we were coming on over here this time and everything looked like it was a green light go, I got online in Australia, because Australia has a lot of these Toyota Hilux Surfs. I know some of you will say that's a 4Runner, but it's a Hilux Surf. The 4Runner was born off of this chassis. This is its papa. This is its predecessor. And then they were both co-made at the same time. But the Hilux Surf is definitely better, and it's diesel, a stronger frame, stronger brakes, stronger vehicle. Well, I ordered that part out of Australia, and man, it got up here pretty darn quick through field post, man, through regular old field post. I couldn't believe it. Nobody charged me any duty fees, man, nothing. The little slip come to the house over to the family, and they said, your starter's in. I'm like, wow. You know, honestly, I didn't even figure it'd be here yet, but it was here waiting for us when we got here by a couple of weeks already or so. You know, it was pretty amazing. And it just shows improvement going on in this country. I tell you what, 5 years ago, 10 years ago when I was here, I would have never dreamed of a part like that coming through field post, and especially duty free. And it's marked right on the box what it is. It's an auto part. It says right what it is. They didn't lie or try to say it's a sample. That's one of those things they'll do sometimes, call it samples. So kudos to that. But today this boy got out here and put the starter on himself. And boy, that old diesel engine, like usually they are, it was dirty. Yeah, so there's the old starter. Took it apart and kind of checked it out before I moved on putting the new one on. The armature and fields and all, are just wore out on it. It has just seen its day. So got this new one here out of the box, and it sounded like it was just going to be clear, clean cut. You're just changing the starter. It was a little bit of a pain to get to in there. And this new starter looked totally different. I've got maybe a picture of it here somewhere I can show. I'll clip some other video of it, but it looked totally different. It was half the size of this. The motor was way smaller. Everything was smaller. And this is an 11 tooth. What I mean, teeth right there. And the new one was a 10 tooth. So I got on the old internet, did a little search, 11 tooth versus 10 tooth. You know, starter, Hilux Surf, diesel, boom. Found the information. Sure enough, the new version is a 10 tooth. The old version is 11 tooth. And they are compatible. Put that joker on there, and man, does it whirl. Now, as soon as I get out of this old home property lockdown, hopefully I'll be ready to hit the road. A lot of us foreigners, you know, we don't hire every little thing out. Some foreigners come here, they just want to retire, do nothing. They want to go sit at the coffee shop. They want to go meet somebody for a meal, chill at the house, chill by a pool, maybe take a little bike ride or something up a mountain road. And that's wonderful stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But me, I'm a little too hyper for that. Me and my wife both, boy, we're wound up springs. If y'all didn't know that already, we are go-getters. That's one thing Mel and I, we're a team on. We're not lazy people, and I'm not calling anyone else a lazy person. Don't get me like that. I'm just saying that we're really these driven people. We like to just be gung-ho and do things ourselves. And it's shocking to a lot of these Filipinos. They'll stare at me, and some of them will mock me and laugh at me because they never seen a lot of times an American do any of this kind of work. You just pay somebody and you just sit back and chill, but that's not in my blood. And I've been dealing with that since I was, I guess, 36 years old here in the Philippines. And over at a previous place I lived over in Negros, there was a bad roof there on part of the old house, and I ripped that roof off myself, started rebuilding the frame, bought metal, putting that metal on. Man, did I have a crowd staring at me, seeing the white man working on a Filipino's home. And someone in that family, they were ashamed and embarrassed of me that day. Asked me to stop. Said I was embarrassing them, you know, that they're laughing, saying I must be poor because I'm doing that work myself. I must be a poor American. And it was shameful to that person that I was out there doing that, embarrassing the family. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to work right there, and I'm not there anymore now. So never be ashamed. Be who you are. Don't change who you are. Stay true to yourself, and don't lie to yourself. And if you want to work on something, work on it. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Stay true to yourself. And with that, I'm going to let you go. God bless. Take care. See you on the next one.